Helen Keller, Girl of Courage. When Helen Keller was born in 1880, she lived as happily as a rainbow. But when she was 2 years old, she had a very bad illness and became blind and deaf. When she was older, it was hard to try to be a normal child for her, but her mother found out it was hard to be strict and discipline her. So she let her do anything. One day she met this woman named Annie Sullivan. Annie Sullivan went to live with Helen, and Annie taught Helen to have manners and to read Braille and to communicate with others. When Helen was famous because she was an awesome woman who gave hope and inspiration to a lot of blind people.
Helen was born in Alabama and was a happy sunshine baby. Helen got sick, which was a terrible illness that made her deaf and blind, which means that she could not see or hear. Annie Sullivan comes to live and teach Helen. Annie taught Helen to not hit, yell, bite, scream, or run. She also taught Helen her first word, which was water. Here is a real picture of Annie and Helen together.
Annie showed Helen Braille in 1887. Braille is raised dots on paper. It was developed by Louis Braille in 1829.
Then Helen goes to school at Perkins Institute to learn the golden rule, which was to not do what she did.
Helen heard that there was a boy named Tommy, and he was deaf and blind. She wanted to help Tommy, so she raised $1,600 so Tommy could get in the Perkins School and to be like Helen. Helen decided to write a book about herself. The book is called The Story About My Life. Helen begins to make speeches to help deaf and blind people around the world. In 1913, Helen begins to make speeches to help deaf and blind people around the world. In 1963, Helen died. She is remembered as a true hero. She helped many deaf and blind people.